Y'all, welcome to My Favorite Lyrics. What the fuck's going on? This is the podcast where we talk about music lyrics, except for when we talk about other stuff. And today, we got an incredible guest. You might know him from his HBO special. You might know him from doing stand-up all over the place. He's anywhere. He's everywhere. He's a very funny comedian. You might know him from his appearance on Fallon. We got Ian Lara on the show.
Thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
What's up, man?
I'm good, man.
Yeah, how you living? I'll say no, go ahead.
No, I'm living good. I was just saying, we was talking on stage how the purple. I said the purple looks good on you.
I appreciate it.
I don't know. Is that weird to compliment guys on?
I think
to say a color looks good on them.
I think we gotta open up what's available to men over because they don't let niggas do nothing.
I agree.
They took hot dogs away from us.
Yeah. That became
one of the great American things that we all have available to us. There was like, oh, you eating a hot?
I don't even want to talk about it, but I think I'm pro. Like I give guys a compliment. Like if you, I'll be like, oh, you look good, man.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They never take it weirdly. They always be like,
I think
thank you,
literally everyone likes a compliment.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? There's nobody's ever gonna be like, why the fuck you said that? I guess that's a certain type of man, but that's not a man you need in your life.
Right. That's a man with issues.
You know what I'm saying? That's a man who you don't want to. Also, for the people who are listening at home, normally I get here probably 10 minutes-ish. Sometimes I get here 10 minutes early. Sometimes I get here 10 minutes late. Today I was like so on top of my shit. I woke up, I worked out. You know what I'm saying? I cleaned my room. I took some stuff. I folded some clothes. I was really on my shit. I was like, okay, I'm about to get here mad early. I got here probably about 20 minutes early. Ian sitting here. Ian been here for 40 minutes when I got here. He had a drink already.
Yeah, I sat downstairs for 30 minutes and then I came up and I was up there. Yeah, I have that thing like where I don't let people out early me. I feel like that's a power move.
Are you just a natural? You're always early for everything?
I'm usually like, I'm on time. I'm always on time, unless obviously something's out of my control.
Sure.
But I'm always on time. I have a big thing of always being on time. And if it's something new, like I'll be early. I'll be like very early.
I really respect that.
I respect people's time. Like if I'm running late, it kills me. I'll be like, damn, like I know they got stuff to do. I'll be having stuff to do. I hate when people make me wait. I don't like making people wait.
See, I need more people like you in my life. Because I got a lot of friends that'll let me sit at the bar for 20 smooth minutes.
Me too, but I think we normalize it too much. I be tired. We gotta stop. It's not funny. Like we laugh. You late. I don't laugh.
We can't.
If you show up late,
I ain't laughing. I'm smiling.
Upset.
I'm holding you accountable.
Yeah. You ever try to? You've been go on a date because this has happened before. Like I go on a date and I tell a girl I'm gonna pick you up at 7, and I show up. If I say I'm gonna pick you up at 7, I'll be outside your house at 6:40.
Wow.
I'll be like, hey, I'm here, but I know I said 7. Come out whenever you want. I'll say, but I mean, come out by 7. Come out by the time that I said.
You said whenever, but you was like,
And then they'll always be like, oh, you're early or whatever. And most times they think it's cool. They're like, oh, this guy's a man. He's
on top of his shit.
Yeah, he's an adult. But I've had it where like I've shown up at 6:40 and the girls come out at 7:30. And that's an hour I was waiting outside of my car.
You said whenever.
Yeah, I know.
They said, I'm going to see you in 45.
One time I was like, we don't got to do this. Like I was like, I'm gonna just go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go. Yeah. And then she was like, no. Like they always have something happen. She's like, no, my baby.
Yeah. My fish drowned or whatever. They always got some kind of special. Oh, my sister really going through a tough time. Everybody's sister. Everybody always got a sister.
Everybody got somebody going through a tough time. Right. Yeah.
And it's like, well, what does that have to do with the plans that we made last week?
Because my thing is, if you coming from work and you running late, I have no problem with that. I understand that. But if we've been talking all day, and I know you've been home all day because we've been talking all day, and I'll be like, what you doing? Nothing, just laying on the couch. And then you still late? I'm like, damn.
What if they work from home?
I get that. If you work from home, because you could say I was in a meeting. I got caught up in a meeting. You tell me that, I'm like, I get it. Sure. I understand. I've been caught up in meetings that ran long. Sometimes production runs long. I get it. Yeah. But when I know you've been home all day doing nothing, and you still didn't care to get ready in time for me to pick you up, that bothers me.
Remember that.
And I think we need to stop applauding that.
So we got to stop. We got to get rid of the expectation of CPT. It sounds like is what you're saying.
Yeah, it's a thing. And respectfully, I feel like a lot of ladies are like, I'm always late. And that's just like, okay. Because, we're like, yeah, I get it. It's a lot of stuff that you have to do. Ladies, they do a lot of stuff.
It's a lot of, you go into a woman's bathroom, you open up the cabinet, and you're like, or you like take a shower at a girl's place, and you're like, oh, I didn't realize how many things there even could be.
Understandably. And it's very expensive, and it's very hard to be a woman and all that stuff.
Ian didn't want to say that so bad.
No, I gotta give it to them. It's very difficult. They have it very hard.
The beauty standards and the expectations.
They have it very, very difficult.
It's a lot of...
However, if it takes 2 hours for you to get ready, start getting ready 2 hours before I get there. Right? Like, that's not crazy.
Let's just come on. Let's be reasonable. Also, you drove over to the house.
Right. What about, you ever been like, you like in the same place, maybe you're on vacation or maybe ladies at your house or whatever, and you're like, okay, I need to leave at 7. And they're like, so what time should I start getting ready? And I'm like, well, I need to leave at 7.
Right. So
you know how long it takes.
You need to.
Yeah, whatever the time it takes.
I can't schedule your life out for you, baby. Whatever amount of, you grown.
Yeah, because then they're like, when are you gonna get ready? I'm like, 6:30.
Yeah, probably.
But we not built the same.
Yeah, exactly. You got a whole separate bag for products.
Right, which I understand and I respect is very difficult.
Of course.
And support.
And I feel like I'm not sure if you're like this, but I'm a man who probably got more products than the average man.
For sure. Yeah,
you know
me
what I'm
too.
saying?
Me
I got
too.
more stuff than like the regular man, and it still is probably a quarter of the amount of stuff that my girl got.
I have a lot. I have everything. Like in my house, like I have everything.
You got serums.
I have everything,
you got
bro.
The moisturizer.
Like,
you got the...
It's very rare. Like even girls, they'll be like, you got this? And I'm like, yeah, I got it. Like I take that. That's like an honor. Like if you come to my house, I want to have everything. Like I want you to ask, like you ask me for something, I'm like, yeah, I got it.
Ian, I'm not gonna hold you though. When a man got everything, he been outside for a good minute.
It's a red flag. I hear that.
When it was like I feel like I've talked to girls about this, and I'm like, oh, what if I like? They've been like, oh, I've been to dudes' houses, and they have like extra scrunchies around and like toothbrushes and shit, and they're like, oh, he ran through.
I have one of the craziest thing I've had. Like I had a girl. She said she had like that time of the month, and she had menstrual cramps, and I had like Midol in my house.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like...
And she was like, why you got Midol? I was like, I don't know, mate, because you need it.
Because things come up.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Because I done lived a life and things happen.
Exactly. Yeah,
Ian,
she definitely thought that was suspicious.
Yeah. Ian living like Derek Jeter.
Yeah. I got a goodie bag.
You got a gift bag on their way out.
I got razors. I got whatever you need. Shaving cream. I got everything.
Because also, you're a New Yorker.
Yes, sir.
Are you a Yankees guy or a Mets guy?
Mets guy. I'm Queens.
Yeah. I see.
Yeah, I was born and raised Mets, my whole family.
I see.
Yeah.
I will say, from working at SNL, when you work there, there's season tickets.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? There's show tickets. You've probably been in the seats.
Yeah, the Yankee ones are like right behind home plate.
Directly behind home plate. It's a whole like buffet. You can have unlimited food. You also could get free liquor, which is like, that don't happen at almost any stadium where you get free alcohol.
I did that at Madison Square Garden with the tickets.
The MSG ones are nice too.
Yeah.
It's not, the Yankees ones are the nicest joints of any stadium experience. Like in terms of what you get, because you go to the Knicks, you don't get no free alcohol. Or maybe
it's not. Is it free alcohol?
It
is free alcohol in the lounge.
Yeah,
but once you come to the table, no, you gotta buy.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
But all this to say, so I've been to a lot of Yankees games, and then like I ended up like knowing somebody who knew somebody who worked for the Mets.
Yeah.
And I went and like, bro, the Mets took care of me so nice.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna say this, it's a better experience.
Everybody knows that. That's a well-known experience. The Mets stadium is better. It's
a better time.
It's a better time. You went as an SNL cast member.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that energy must have been nice.
Well.
That's good. That's good, bro.
I mean, yeah, it's
one time I was at Citi Field, and it was last year. It was during 2 years ago. It was during the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They were playing the Dodgers, and I had my agents. They got me good seats. I was sitting like first row, right behind the dugout. I'm like, I'm have my shades on. It's nighttime. I'm like, I'm lit. And then in the jumbotron, they like say hi to Marcelo Hernandez, and he's in a suite with like Jimmy Fallon.
Where the owner sits.
Yeah. I'm like, my career.
Yeah, if it's anything that sitting at sports arenas treats you, is that it's a lot of levels. Yeah, it's a lot of levels to the type of experience you can have. Because it's like, I don't know about you. I grew up, my dad. We were sitting in the top.
Of course, same.
We were sitting in the highest level, and even that, I was like, I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, same.
And then you start, you know what I'm saying? Then you start being able to buy a little bit of different seats. And then you start. But I will say, somehow, no matter how nice the experience is, I feel like they find a way to humble me. Yeah. Like I went to a Nets game. And I had a homegirl who works for the Barclays Center. Yeah. And she was just like, all right, like they're gonna put you on the Jumbotron. And I was like, let's fucking go. Okay. And she goes, yeah, but it's gonna be a couple people first, and then it's gonna be you. Uh-oh. And
You're like, can I go first?
Yeah, I was like, I should probably be the opener for the people that's on the Jumbotron.
Yeah.
In terms of people that's on the Jumbotron, I don't know who else is in the building.
It was like Beyonce, Michael Jackson.
brother, literally, bro. It was like a nigga that was off The Sopranos.
Yeah. There's always a Sopranos guy. There's always a Sopranos guy.
The Sopranos guy was always at the games.
Yeah.
It was some dude off The Sopranos. Then I was like, okay, it's probably me after that, which still feels crazy. We're in Brooklyn. They go to the thing. I was like, all right, you know how they do like a lead up and they're like, celebrities in the house.
Yeah.
It's fucking Spike Lee.
Yeah.
It's Spike Lee. The arena is like shaking.
Yeah.
And then truly like next time out, then it's like another celebrity in the house. Then it's Devon Walker and everybody's like,
Did they give you a who?
Yes, it was polite. It was polite, but I was just like, "There's no way I shouldn't be the last guy y'all show." It feels like I
shouldn't close this.
It feels I should not be the closer of this situation. I'm bottom. I'm opener. I'm an opener in the Jumbotron situation.
I always worry about that. I've never had that, but that gives me so much anxiety when that happens because like it's always. I feel like when you get it, you're usually not at the level of fame that you think you should be to get that.
No.
But they're happy to have you.
They're just happy. They're happy that anybody's in there, and also it could really vary in terms because sometimes they'll put somebody on there, and you're like, oh, I guess that you look him up, and you're like, oh, he's on like NCIS Miami or something like that, and you're like, cool, like respect to him, but like that's not. And then other times you're there, and you're like, oh, Spike Lee here, Spike Lee here's Common's here. Common be at a lot of shit.
Yeah, I mean, at a Knick game, it's tough because. I've been there with like Sam Morril, and sometimes he gets put on, but sometimes they be like, not tonight.
I would rather not be on it.
Yeah.
I would rather just be at the game and just like get some popcorn and just like enjoy being there. I don't need to be on there because I know I don't got the level of love required to make being on the Jumbotron feel good.
But I guess it's nice if you like, let's say like back when you was on SNL, let's say like you had a sketch that hit that week, and then you go like you had a sketch that on Saturday it hit, Sunday is viral, and now you have the Knick game on Tuesday. So they announce you, and they're like, oh, or sometimes they'll play the thing. They'll play a little bit.
They'll play a little clip
to give people a reminder. You know?
I will say one time I did a show. It was the premiere of last season. It was the premiere, and I did Eric Adams in the premiere.
Yeah.
And then right after the next day, it was like a New York Liberty playoff game, and I went there, and then they put me up. It was a little warmer.
Yeah, you know the WNBA game. That's a celebrity. I feel like anyone in this room could
no, people be coming now.
They do. Especially in New York because they were good that year.
They're good.
They won the championship.
They won the championship that year, and like they're like actually more people. Them games is more lit than the Nets games for sure.
Oh, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's also like I've also never met a Nets fan in my life.
No, I met some couple people who act like they are, but I don't believe them.
You never.
I feel like they're trying to be different. You know, those people like,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm the Nets guy. No,
And also, even if you are, for what?
Yeah, I mean, they were even when they were good. It's maybe like, they had Kevin Durant, and I'm like, why you?
Nobody cared.
Yeah,
I lived walking distance from the stadium, and it was the way that the enthusiasm that people got for the Knicks when they literally one playoff game was so much more lit than when the Nets had 3 of the best 10 players in the world.
They had Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. No one cared.
Nobody cared. And so I'm like, oh, maybe I should go back to Jersey.
Yeah. I hear that.
You know what's really funny is I had lunch with my homeboy and his girl this weekend, my homeboy and his wife, and she was like, he listens to the podcast all the time, and she was just like, yeah, I don't really listen to the pod. It's it's a little too boy for me. And in the moment, I was like, what you talking about? We got all kinds of women, and then I hear myself saying this, and I'm like, oh, okay, yeah.
This
is what we talking about.
I get it.
This is what she's talking about.
I get it. But go back to I always used to go. I used to be in the hot seats. I couldn't never afford to be in the. And every time I've sat really close by, I've never purchased the tickets. It's always been a gift or somebody brought me.
Because the tickets are crazy.
Because the tickets are insane.
You know, I was one time. Do you ever see what the prices are on the tickets when you?
I'd rather not. No,
I've seen the numbers and I'm like, why would anybody ever pay for this?
If I knew, I would just sell them.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't go to the game. I would just sell them. But I will say, when you get that close up, the amount of talent, like the beauty that is close up, is very different than the nosebleeds. With all due respect to everybody who sit up there.
God bless, because we come from the nosebleeds.
Yeah.
You know
but
what I'm
down
saying?
there, it's a different level.
Well, that's where the side pieces sit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where that's my thing. I don't know if you ever watched any of these like Netflix documentary things about these like NBA players would be like, we're going behind the scenes with Jason Tatum. Or whatever.
I watch them. Yeah,
they're fine, but I'm always like, I want to know about the shit y'all really be up to.
Yeah,
and I'm like, y'all not putting that. I want to see. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you got two different girls on two different sides of the stadium. And you got gifts for both of them, and you gotta like.
Yeah,
and you gotta text people.
I got friends on Instagram, like my homegirls, some like in different cities who I've met. You know, pretty girls. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, I'll see them posting courtside at like a Minnesota Timberwolves game, and I'm like.
Aunt got her.
Yeah.
Aunt got her.
She's like, no, I know the ball boy. I'm like, no, you don't. You don't know.
No, you don't. And why do we have to pretend
like
you
courtside seats?
No, he's not. He maybe could get you seats up there.
Yeah, right.
And you look too nice to be even sitting up there. That would look ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? If you was in the nosebleeds when we was up there and it was bad bitches up there, you'd be like.
No, yeah. If I saw a really pretty girl in the nosebleeds, I would be like, "What's going on?" Like,
yeah, you need better for yourself.
Yeah, like what? You don't believe in yourself?
You don't got no business.
You don't belong up here with us.
Because it's like I feel like if you really got a bad one and you want to go to a sporting event, I feel like and you got nosebleed money, I feel like you got to just be like, hey, I'm gonna go with the boys.
No, you can't take her.
You can't. If you really got one, you can't. She can't be up top.
She can't be.
You know what I'm saying?
That's offensive.
And she knows that too.
Yeah, and then respectfully to everyone, but come on, what are we doing here? There's levels to this. You gonna have a 10 up there with a guy with his shirt off with Knicks written on his chest?
No,
she can't be around.
That's
that.
just a trip for the guys,
right? Yeah,
that's y'all all put that $20 down and y'all have a nice time.
Yeah, I went with my boy to the Knicks to the playoff, and obviously the playoffs is crazy. Like we bought seats in the nosebleeds, and it was like $500, $600 up there.
Oh, for the playoffs.
Yeah, for the playoffs, and we was up there, and we was thinking about like bringing some, and then we was like, nah, we can't bring nobody up here.
It just maybe a playoff game might feel different.
They don't. Women don't know. Like they don't calculate playoffs.
They're not like, well, this is a different type of game because it's different stakes.
To them, preseason and playoffs, it's the same price. They don't calculate for the playoffs.
Yeah, that's very.
They don't
true.
do inflation.
Yes, that's very true. Tell us about like young Ian. What type of music were you on?
I'm a music fan, so I like different type of music. Yeah. Obviously, growing up in New York and Queens, definitely rap and hip hop was like one of the things. Especially like when I grew up in South Jamaica, Queens.
50 Cent.
When I was in 7th grade, 50 Cent came out, Wankster came out, and that just took over for like the next like 4 or 5 years, really until like. Kanye had came out at that time too, so then Kanye kind of caught up to 50. Yeah. But at that time, it was like Get Rich or Die Trying, 50 Cent, G Unit. Everybody like I went to a Catholic school. Everybody was like gangster, like pretending, like we was all like gangsters. Like we used to like wear like fake bulletproof vests under our uniform, like.
I like that nobody could even see it.
Yeah,
you just knew that you had it.
We was just pretending. We was like pretending that you had like ops. And we didn't. We didn't have ops, but we was pretending because that like 50 made everybody just want to be gangster.
Yeah, I feel like the best rappers really do make you feel like you live in a life that's so far removed from what you actually got going on.
100%, and then they make other rappers think they gotta live that life. Like they just change. At that time, really, other than Kanye, like everybody was just making like real gangster, like gangster music, like having beef with everybody. Like that, they normalized that. So that was like the music that we used to. But then in high school, when we went to high school. And Wayne was already out, but then Wayne took over. That's when Wayne started jumping on everybody's song and just bodying every feature. Yeah. And that's when he took over.
I mean, I feel like I can only imagine what it feels like to have somebody from where you're from pop off like that.
Oh man,
you know what I'm saying? Like I'm from Austin, Texas, so it's like it's really
different.
You know what I'm saying? It's like we might have like an alternative rock guy really pop off, but that don't really feel the same way. Like I got homies that's from St. Louis that was there when like Nelly was happening.
The St. Lunatics.
You know what I'm saying? And they was like it was like that was going on. It was like Nelly was popping, Chingy popped off at some point. They had Jaquan for a little bit.
Jaquan for like 3 weeks.
And he had a little he had 6 months or so. You know what I'm saying? But then also the Rams was good. and Mark McGuire was popping. So it was like
they had a run.
The city was on fire for like 8 years.
No, they had a run.
And I could imagine it feeling like that if you really from Queens and like a Queens dude really like go up like that. I can.
Well, yeah, because I mean, obviously Nas is from Queens too, but Nas was like a little bit of a different era. I was kind of young when he was popping. So as I got a little older, Brooklyn was, I mean, because Brooklyn went from Biggie to Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So they had it on lock. Jay-Z, like really after Biggie died, Jay-Z kind of took over and that was it. It was like Brooklyn and I guess DMX, but he was from Yonkers and I thought that was like a different state to me, like when I was younger.
I just have learned, I didn't understand this till I moved here, the way in which it's like, oh, like if you from New York, it's kind of like, all right, like if a nigga from Brooklyn pop off, it's like, yeah, that's cool, but like, I'm from Queens.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
in New York. In New York.
Yeah.
Outside of New York,
I was just like, oh, that's New York music.
Yeah.
And I've only learned now that it's like, oh yeah, like we from Queens, like we wouldn't even be in Brooklyn like that.
Yeah.
Like that's
and I am from Brooklyn. I was born in Brooklyn.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, I was born in Brooklyn. I moved to Queens when I was 11.
Okay.
So I kind of
you was back and forth.
Yeah, I was back and forth. But then when I was 13, then a guy that was from like my hood, like popped off, and then he had like Lloyd Banks with him and Tony Yayo.
Yeah.
They was all South Side, and then Nikki came. She was from South Side with Wayne. So we like it felt like all right, Queens is up, right?
Speaking of Queens, though, I feel like there's one name that that was really prominent that hasn't been brought up. Ja Rule.
I like Ja. I like Ja. Ja was popping too. But Ja never repped Queens like that.
True.
He was from it, but he never repped Queens like that.
Interesting.
Like, but Ja's dope. I still think Ja's dope, even though 50 came and
kind of obliterated his whole
career, whatever. But if you listen to Ja's pre-50 stuff, and even some post-50 stuff, he still had hits. Like,
look, I'll never say a bad word about Ja Rule.
Me neither. I thought, look, Ja Rule got hits. Like
Ja Rule got like hits.
It ain't a lot of people that could beat Ja Rule in the verses. It ain't a lot of rappers. He was probably under 5.
It's also like Ja Rule cracked that code where he was like a rap dude who's
gangsta singing.
He was gangsta singing.
He was Drake. Yeah. Before Drake.
And people won't talk about it.
Yeah,
nobody will say that.
He paved the way for Drake. Drake talked about it.
Has he really?
Yeah. Drake said that.
I'm glad that Drake said it because I don't think a lot of people would make that connection. Where it's like, he was a dude being like, like I'm hard, but like I got Ashanti on the song. I got Ashanti on and every song was kind of a love song.
It was dope though.
It was.
He had a good run.
Also, that was happening. I feel like we're about the same age, so it's like that was happening when I was in like kind of like I was like 10, 11, 12. All that shit was. Cause I'm real. That shit was,
the way you talk. Nah, he had a run. He had a run, but then 50 came and
it was kind of over.
Yeah, it's over. But then he came back because then he had I had 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from New York. That was after 50.
Oh, interesting.
I didn't
realize that was a Ja Rule song.
Yeah. Well, it was actually Fat Joe's song.
Okay,
and Fat Joe gave it to Ja Rule. Like.
I think of that as being like a posse cut, because that song got like 30 people on it, right?
Yeah. But I heard Joe talk about it. He was just like, he had the song and he just thought that it would be better for Ja Rule. And Ja Rule was his man who had helped him out earlier, and he was obviously sinking because it's 50. So he called him out. He's like, I got a song for you. Come do this song, and he put him back on top. So.
Shout out to Ja Rule. Ja Rule, if you're listening, and we know you are, please pull up to the pod. I would love to have a conversation with you. If anybody knows Ja Rule and got his contact information, Ja, let's have a conversation. I think
you could get Ja.
I legitimately think we could get Ja Rule on this podcast.
Respectfully, I think
he's gettable. I think he's gettable. I mean, it's like
there's an email or WhatsApp out there that you can reach out to that he can
something.
Yeah.
Also, Ja, I'm not standing for people disrespecting you, and I'm not for people disrespecting your music career or your career as an actor on The Fast and the Furious.
No, I'm with you. I'm not for Ja slander.
No.
I think he needs it's just he's done some silly stuff.
Of course.
That make the Fire Festival stuff.
That was tough.
That was tough. It's hard.
Tough.
But musically, that's what's fascinating to me. Like I'm super fascinated with the rap industry or just music in general, just like how hits are made. Just like I listen to a lot of stories of artists telling how they made a hit, and a lot of times it's like we was at the studio, it was late night, and I found out that 50 was upstairs, and I told him, yo, come downstairs, and then we came down and then made the biggest song that ever changed the career. I forgot what song I was listening to. I forgot what story I was listening to recently, but they were telling a story. They was at the studio to record something else. And the person who was coming to record the song, the artist, was late. But they were paying so much money for the studio that the engineer was like, let's do something. And the engineer started playing beats, and then they just started harmonizing, and then they started working on something. And that became the biggest song, it was Faded, with her name, Faded, Folded. It's the hottest song out right now, Kehlani.
Do I know that song?
I told her, come pick up your clothes.
Oh, yes,
I
yes.
had them folded.
Yes.
She was just at the studio recording somebody else, and they played her that beat, and then they started harmonizing, and then they laid down a couple things, and then she was like, she went home, and she kept having it in her mind, and even her label didn't want to release it, and she was like, hey, I know you guys don't want this song, but just let me put this out there and see what happens, and they put out there, it becomes the biggest song, number one. Yeah.
That type of shit
that's crazy.
Is interesting because comedy really doesn't work like that.
No, never.
Comedy is, I mean, especially speaking of like being stand-ups, it's like, it's so non-collaborative. It's so like, I mean, I guess there's a version of it where you do a bit and then somebody, like, you get off stage and somebody like gives you a tag. Yeah. Like, oh yeah, you should like say this. And then even then it like really depends on who comes up to you with that.
Yeah, I think
some people will do it and you're like, oh yeah, like I should say that. And some people will say, and you're like, don't give me advice.
Yeah, I think comedy has they have the lightning in a bottle aspect where a set that you didn't think anything of, especially in a city like New York, Los Angeles, a set that you didn't think anything of, just a regular set for you, you can do it 5-10 minutes, and then you get off stage, and all of a sudden your life has changed. Maybe somebody from SNL is there, maybe somebody from The Tonight Show is there, maybe somebody from whatever is there, and now all of a sudden you have all these things when you was like, oh, I didn't even know or think that. So it has that in music, but definitely not collaborative in that way.
No, that kind of shit does sound really cool. I feel like I've heard mad stories. We've talked about this on the pod about Jay-Z, where it's like every story you ever hear about Jay-Z makes him sound like the coolest nigga of all time. You've never heard a story of Jay-Z doing some like really whack shit. Every story is like, yeah, he just kind of walked in and he was in this, we had him for like 5 minutes. And then we played the beat for him, and then he did a verse in 5 minutes that he just thought of off the top of his head, and it was the best verse I've ever heard.
Yeah, part of me with
a lot of stories.
Jay-Z
like that.
has that aura, that Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan aura. That every time somebody tells a story, there's always some whimsical shit that happened. Which I'm like, is this 2020 hindsight? Because there's no way. You ever seen like the old players tell Kobe stories? Yeah, it's insane. Like it's always something like, like I was at my wedding and Kobe showed up with a basketball and he was like, don't get married. You need to work on your free throws. And I started working on my, and you're like, I don't know if that happened. Like I know Kobe's great. He's a legend. He's one of the best ever. But I don't know if he showed up to your wedding with a basketball and made you do workouts.
Okay, but like also it seems like he might. Like it seems like he's a psycho.
Jay-Z is the same way. Every story is like, I was stuck in traffic and on the next call it was Jay-Z. I said, spit a verse. And then he spit Big Pimpin'. And you're like, that don't sound like how Big Pimpin' was made.
I was riding in a limo, or Jay-Z was in a limo next to my limo,
and I turned on the phone recorder.
We had a car phone, put it to Jay-Z mouth, and then just recorded it to my manager, and then that became H to the Izzo, and that's it.
I played a beat, and he was just like H to the Izzo, and you're like, I don't know if that's how it happened. Why those stories don't happen now? No. They always old stories.
That's
like,
true.
You never hear a modern day story like that.
No, it's never present.
It's never present. It's always back in the day.
No, it's
it's usually somebody who passed away.
That is, bro, I do think about this all the time where it's like nobody's ever, all the fly stories that they tell about people when they die, like truly I want to be like, yo, y'all need to tell my cool stories right now.
But I feel like when you die, respectfully, it gives me more freedom to tell the story I want.
Because you don't want to be, because people don't want to be thought of as dick riding.
And I don't want to lie and then somebody run into you and ask you and you be like, that never happened. But if you gone, whatever I say, whatever I say, they're going to be like, oh man, that's crazy. That's crazy.
I like part of your logic is like, I need the freedom to not tell the truth.
Yeah, exactly. To make the stories better. That's why when you die, the stories are so much better, bro. Yeah. Like when you alive, you gotta toe the line of like truthfulness.
Yeah. You know, I've never thought about it this way, but it might be something to
Bro,
it.
anybody who dead, Prince, Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
Kobe, the stories is insane.
Prince got a lot of cool ass, but Prince, I feel like Chappelle and like Charlie Murphy really immortalized Prince.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
they was telling his fly stories
Yeah.
when he was still around.
But I think people saw that and then they were like, well, I got a Prince story. Let me punch this up.
Yeah.
I got a story where I saw Prince at the grocery store. Let me punch this up. Maybe I'll get some clout off of it.
I will say that about comedians in particular. I think anybody should take a comedian story with a grain of salt because literally our whole thing is like
embellishing, extra.
taking a thing that happened in real life and making it sound way more fun than it actually was.
Of course, which I don't have any problem with that.
No.
I'd rather you lie to me.
Because
If
I'd
you gonna
rather hear
take
a better story.
Bro, my attention span because of social media is so like flustered
Fried.
where I can't pay attention that if you're gonna tell me a story, I beg you to lie. Bro, please make this
Give me the
interesting.
best
'Cause
possible version of it.
Yeah, if you telling me like a regular, I'm gonna check out.
I'm gonna want to look at my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to look at my phone. Make it interesting. If you see him losing to me, because you can see in the face. Like,
You can some light starts to fade out the eyes. And
Start
you're like,
punching it out.
Come on. Go ahead. Tell me something happened to your grandma.
Right,
what happened?
right,
Tell me
right.
somebody got hit by a car.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I'm at right now.
That's very good. Ian, you came to us with some music lyrics today.
Yes.
And you came to us with a Wayne song that is very near and dear to my heart. I love, you know, all due respect to like the people that's 25 right now, but I like talking to somebody who's really in their 30s like I am.
Yeah, me too.
Because it's like, it's, you know, at risk of sounding like an old head, which like sometimes I guess
It is what it is.
We're because like I was talking to my homegirl who is like 25, 26.
It is what it is.
And you know, everybody's getting hit with unk allegations. And I was like, do you feel like I'm unk? She was like, no.
I've asked this before. This is so funny because I've asked this before.
What, this exact?
No,
are you unk?
I've asked women, am I a unk?
Yeah.
That's like, we're like insecure about that.
Yeah, of course. Well, it's like, this is its own other thing. I don't know if I've ever talked about this on this podcast before, but I do feel like the animosity that's brought to us as a proper millennial, the animosity that Gen Z hits us with feels so unwarranted because it's like the older generation than us was Gen X. We didn't have no issues with Gen X on any level. I was why y'all like Deion Sanders? I wasn't doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, why would I make
I
fun
like
of
Deion. Yeah, like I grew up liking who they like.
Well, that's the thing is like the shit that we like is actually not that far apart.
Yeah.
And that's what I feel like Gen Z never wants to admit is the shit that we like. It's like, all right, you're 6 years younger than me. The shit that you like is like, it's 6 years behind. But it's not like, I'm not 30 years older than you.
Right, they pretend you are. But I think we were like just millennials, we were just a very transitional generation.
That's true.
Like we lived both eras. We lived like the era of like no internet, people meeting in person, all that stuff. And now we in the internet TikTok era. I was having this conversation recently. Most award shows now are going away. Like they predict like within 10 years, there's not even gonna be any more award shows because people don't watch and they're not worth it.
Yeah.
That's insane that people won't watch an award show, yet at the same time, streamers doing nothing, just living their life are making millions and millions of dollars doing absolutely nothing. So people have time to watch that, but they won't watch a well-produced award show with some of the hottest artists of the time performing and giving, that's insane.
I can't. Like I said, I mean, I guess I'm just getting older because I'm like, I agree with everything you said.
That's insane.
Where I never thought I'd be at a stage in my life where I'd be like, well, what about the production value?
Right, exactly.
So you
exactly.
don't like good storytelling?
Exactly. I was talking to somebody recently where she was like younger, and I was like, do you have any idea? And she was like just mid-20s, not that younger than me.
Yeah.
Again, like you said, it's like I'm not 30 years older than you.
Exactly.
And I was like, do you have any idea how big MTV was?
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, no. And I'm like, you don't understand. Like MTV, if you were an artist, like that was where you dropped.
It's the place to be.
Like I don't even know what it would compare to today because there's nothing like that.
There is nothing. I mean, it feels like that for like everything though. It
Yeah.
feels like everything that you're like, all right, like I feel like in stand-up, remember it used to be like, all right, I gotta get JFL.
Of course,
and if I
of
could
course.
get to JFL,
Yeah.
that is like for those of y'all who are listening who don't know, it's just a comedy festival in Montreal that like used to be like, I mean, I started 10 years ago.
Yeah.
When I started 10 years ago, it felt like, all right, you get JFL, then you gonna get something.
Me too.
Something's gonna, and I never got it. But like, I don't know if you did it, but like,
Yeah, bro, I did when I started about 13 years ago. When I started, every goal that I set up when I started,
Doesn't
which
exist
I
anymore?
was like, well, it exists, but I was like, if I do these things,
Yeah.
I'll be big. I'll be a household name. I've done all these things, some of them multiple times, and it hasn't changed much. Like, it's just completely different. But the idea that if you were an artist and you had a song you wanted to release, you had to get on an airplane, you had to come to New York, you had to go to Times Square right outside to the MTV studios, you have to go on TRL, and you had to tell Carson Daly, who was the host, this is my new song. I'm premiering it on MTV, and that was must-see TV. Like, when you released a new song, whether it was like Britney, NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, Eminem, Diddy, like even Diddy at that time, all of they like that was how you broke a song.
Yeah, of
and
course.
Now MTV's like a joke.
I mean, it barely exists as a thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got a job right at the beginning of the pandemic working at Comedy Central, working for basically just like making content, like making videos and shit like that for them. And I really got to see the like end of Viacom as like a place.
Entity.
As an entity. You know what I'm saying? Where I was like, oh, Comedy Central doesn't exist. Yeah. MTV barely, it's just Rob Dyrdek. And I think that shows.
I think that's done.
I think that shows off.
Yeah.
BET is just Tyler Perry shows.
He has 8 shows on.
He does have 8 shows, and none of them are good.
Yeah. I've auditioned for all of them.
No. Wait, have you been on there?
No, I've auditioned. Okay. I've auditioned for like every role. I was just saying this. Every role that, like you said, like I read the script. Like it starts off with like a character. I'm like, all right. Like the last one, I was like a rapper, like a gangster rapper. Like that was like the breakdown. Yeah. And then the first is like, yo, he a gangster rapper at dinner. Yeah. With like your girlfriend takes you to dinner to her family. You like a gangster rapper, and I'm like, all right, I can play this role. And then I keep reading, and then it's like, but you're undercover homosexual.
Yeah, of course.
Who's hooked up with the girl's cousin.
Of course.
Who's at the dinner table also. And I'm like, I don't even know how to play it.
Sure.
I don't even know.
Yeah, you better be ready to do that in one of them Tyler shows. You better
everyone's undercover gay.
You gonna be in the closet, which...
Can we get some out the closet gays?
Well, me and my girl watched an episode of, when you're like, we're in, I forget where we were, but when you're outside the country, you just like, you'll use the TV in the hotel. Yeah. And like, it'll be like, all right, all we got is Fubo and like Ritzy and like a bunch of apps that you never used before. So we got on one of the apps and they had a Tyler Perry show called Sisters.
I've auditioned for Sisters. I watched the episode of Sisters, bro. I watched the episode of Sisters so I could get the vibe of the show. Yeah. And I was watching it. I'm trying to get the vibe of it. And the lights, like they were like a salon, but the lights for the salon was like studio lights, like this. I'm like, I could see the studio. Like, of course. What salon has lighting rigs like this?
The Tyler Perry salon. They really look. That's a show. I know them work days is easy because they be doing one take. They be doing one take. We got it.
We gotta get out of here. Yeah, we gonna get it.
We got it. Let's go to lunch. We watched an episode of Sisters, and there was a plot line where one of the girls like goes to a cafe and sees this guy who she went on a date with just like talking to a gay guy, and that set her off where she was like, this nigga gay. Yeah. This nigga, why else would he be talking to a gay guy than if he was a gay?
I'm not even joking. I might have auditioned for the gay guy. I'm not even joking, bro. I think I'm not even kidding, bro. I think I auditioned for gay guy in coffee shop, bro. Didn't get it.
Ian, please, I know you won't do it, but for the life of this podcast, you gotta send us the tape. We need the audition tape to run as part of this podcast.
I'll look for it. I might have it, bro. I swear I might have that tape.
Oh my God.
I might have that tape. I might have auditioned for this.
Yeah, this is wow.
You watched the full ep?
We watched that full ep. It's in any one episode of a Tyler Perry show, like 6 different things happen that you're like, I can't believe this is going on.
Yeah. They're like overly dramatic.
It's crazy.
Like, it's so dramatic.
It's crazy.
You're like, no one's life is this dramatic.
He's crazy. And I'm like...
But it works. Like...
I mean, again, the whole BET network is just his programming.
It's him.
He
got sisters and like brothers.
Yes, there's a sisters and a brothers.
And they exist in the same world.
Oh, do they interact?
Yeah, like in the sisters, the brothers, some of them will be in there and the plots interconnect.
There's a whole Tyler Perry universe. Yeah. He got his own
It's 3 shows that exist in the same city that interconnect with each other on the shows.
I mean, look, he's also writing and directing every episode, so it's like you'd have to imagine his mind just
and lighting and doing the food. And
he's doing crafty. It's man, I can't go over there yet. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I can't.
You have a future.
I can't. We both doing fine.
I don't know. I'm auditioning for gay guy at coffee shop and not getting a call back. I'm like you could have gave me a call back.
I'm not ready. I got sent one of his auditions, and I was like,
you was like, no?
I told my people not yet.
Yeah,
not yet. You know what I'm saying? I just came off of it. I just came off of being on network TV.
Yeah,
I'm like, let me get like 2 more years. If these next 2 years don't go good, I'll jump in.
Bro, every time I get a Tyler Perry audition, like my agents, like they'll call me. Like they never call me. They'll usually send the tape, but they'll call me. They'll be like, listen, they'll be like, listen, we just sent you stuff. Like if you want to do it, we understand. If you don't, totally understand. Up to you. Very easy. Don't worry about it. Don't even memorize the lines. Just throw a camera on. Just do whatever you want. Send it over. Don't worry about it.
That's they're like, hey, we know.
Yeah.
We know.
They don't even want to be associated. They're like, don't even send it to the agency. Send it
to one of his guys.
Yeah, send it to one of his. We don't want a letterhead.
He does the casting as well, so this will go directly to him.
Like, text it to Tyler.
Ian, you came to us with a song from Lil Wayne,
yes.
Which is one of the things that I always think about with this younger generation is like, God, I'm saying stuff like that. I'm getting older.
Yeah.
I'm saying this younger generation, but It's like I'm at a point in my 30s where it's like there really is a divide. You know what I'm saying? There really is between me and a 24-year-old is like a
night and day.
There's a real gap there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? One time I've talked about this on the show before, but one time I did a college. I did Northwestern in Chicago, and I was like, man, these kids look young. I was like, how? I just asked them. I was just like, how old are y'all? Like, say the year y'all were born in. Kids started saying years. One kid goes, oh, I was born in 2007.
I lost my virginity that year.
Yeah. I was still a virgin,
on
but
Christmas
I was still,
Day.
but I knew stuff. Oh, on Christmas, that's a good
Yeah,
Christmas.
that's not bad, yeah.
That's a good Christmas. You should write something about. That's a good coming of age story.
That's not bad.
Yeah, losing your virginity on Christmas. We need a Black American Pie.
Yeah. Maybe that'll be a Tyler Perry show.
Woo!
The Christmas Virgin.
The Christmas Virgin.
It'll be the holiday story.
One of the things that I always, that really like hurts me as such a big Wayne fan is that like people really don't understand like what type of run he had. Like people now, like Wayne has like he's in a stage of his career where people are like, they're kind of poking fun at him. His dreadlocks is barely holding on.
His hairline is low.
He is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He need to go ahead and I don't know what happened with this
age.
I guess, but it's like his the locks look sick.
They look, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I said right as I was saying the nicest thing ever about him, and now I'm saying his hair looks sick. Yeah. But no, I think he was just like the one in a way that like I don't know if anybody like since him has had the type of run that he had. Maybe Drake had this type of run, but it's like
Drake had a similar run. Yeah, Drake had a run.
But it didn't feel, maybe it's just because I was a teenager when Wayne had this run, but it's like it did not feel the same to me.
I think most recent, maybe like Lil Baby had like 8 months.
Yeah.
Where he was on every feature and he was bodying everybody. But Wayne was like 5 years.
I don't know. I like Lil Baby. Yeah. I like Lil Baby, but to me, again, maybe this is just because I was younger when Wayne was popping. Every single Wayne verse that ever came out to me was like the best thing I'd ever heard. Every new verse that he would come, I'd be like, oh, I need to stop what I'm doing and like hear what he's talking about in this. Lil Baby never made me feel like that, but again, maybe that's just maybe that's just the age thing.
That's the age thing. No, but no, I would agree. Nobody was like Wayne. Wayne, I think from 2000 and probably 3-4 till like maybe 2011.
Yeah. Was the one.
Yeah, he had the game on. And honestly, the only thing that slowed him down, he went to prison.
He got locked, and that really was like a tilting point.
Yeah,
right?
He went to prison. That when he went to prison, I gave Drake the time to like.
That's when Drake was like, oh, now the throne is absent.
Yeah, that's when Drake.
And then he took off in a crazy way, which is also I love Drake, and I've talked about that on this podcast a lot.
Oh, thank God! I thought you might be a Kendrick. Which I don't hate Kendrick, but
I mean I love them both.
Yeah,
but it's like if I was really being because we all want to be Kendrick guys like in our heart. You know what I'm saying?
I think almost too much.
You want to affiliate with what he got going on.
Be yourself. Be yourself. But you're a lover boy. That's what it is. You're not.
And we've talked about this on the show a lot. Is I feel like Drake would be better off if he embraced that about himself. You know what I'm saying? That was the thing that I think we all loved about him so much. Is he was just like, oh yeah, I'm kind of like I wear soft sweaters and like my feelings get hurt. And I was like, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm right there with you, brother.
Yeah.
Like I could see that. Yeah. The shit that Kendrick was talking about was like far from my experience, but I was like, oh, this is clearly like a legend of his time too in a different type of way.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, but he was also like being like, he's doing like black liberation and like, we gotta come up, you know, he's doing all that type of stuff. So it's
Rapping like he trying to free the slaves.
well, and it's like, Drake, you can't say that. You're not
Drake,
even
that's
from,
not the right,
you're
like,
not even
yeah,
from
Drake, you're not
America.
from America.
You
That's not-
can't say stuff
Yeah.
like.
But here's my
he
thing.
played that whole thing.
Here's my thing with Kendrick and,
Yeah.
and his stands. First of all, to the Kendrick stands, 95% of them, I do this every year. I'm like, at the end of the year, post your Spotify wrap up.
Yeah.
And let's see where Kendrick falls on your Spotify wrap up. 9 out of 10 times, Drake is the number one. And I'm like, this is the person you hate on, this is the person you listen to the most. My second thing is, I think Good Kid, Mad City is one of the best albums ever made. It's a top, it might be, for me, a top 5 album ever. Same. But my problem with Kendrick is, as he's evolved, is, and I look at this as an artist, I feel like it's on the artist. Like, it's not on the consumer to have to read an encyclopedia to know what you're talking about. Like, if you want to be so esoteric where, like, no one, like, you have to take a PhD in black studies to know the double entendres that you're doing. That's cool, and I respect it, and you're very talented at that. But you can't get mad at the consumers. Like, there has to be a middle, and I'm not one that's gonna consume, like, the simplest music. I don't like cookie cutter BS music, but there has to be a middle, right? Like, it's like a comic who's like so concerned with the writing when I'm like, yeah, but nobody knows what you're talking about.
Sure.
And then you see like an urban comic who's just blowing the roof off the place. Was like, look, they're falling out of their seats.
Yeah.
We got to live somewhere in the middle, where the art is something that you're proud of and the writing is something that you're proud of, but also something that's digestible for the people who could digest it. Kendrick came at Drake for a spot that Kendrick didn't want.
Yes, but then kind of, I mean, I think that was part of kind of the like deviousness of the Kendrick thing. He was just like, oh, I'm gonna beat you at a game that I don't even want to play.
But to me, that's just like,
that's petty.
Like, that's petty, and it's like hate.
That's 50. That's 50 Cent.
That's so weird, bro.
That's 50.
But think about it as a consumer. If you love, let's say like you love Kendrick, you love Drake. You love Kendrick for what he does. You love Drake for what he does. Drake is like the lover boy. He could rap his ass off, let's be honest. Yeah. It's not like he's just a singer. No, he can rap his ass off. Bars. But he makes songs for women. Like, he got a line, I don't make music with people who don't get pussy. Yeah. So those are the ones who I expect to overlook. You know, that's a Drake line. He makes songs for men who are actively dating women.
Yes.
If Kendrick destroys him but doesn't want to be him, he's taken a type of music away from you that he has no interest in fulfilling.
Yeah. And then it's like, because it's like, then Kendrick made a huge pop hit, and now Drake in the music video with AK-47s. Now he's trying to do a whole different type of thing, because it's like, he's like, well, I'm not the pop guy, I gotta move over here. And it's like, no. Yeah. Make no Kia. Yeah. Like, that's actually what we want from you.
I don't think there's ever been art when it comes to like girl, like, what would you even call it? R&B, hip hop? What do you even call it?
I mean, I really just would call it rap that girls want to listen to. That girls want to listen to and that guys don't mind when it's on, which is too wordy of a thing. Yeah. I don't know how to encapsulate that, but that was his whole thing, is like he could make songs kind of like Ja Rule, where it's like, all right, like dudes feel like they don't feel like embarrassed to be like listening to it in their car, and the girls, when they hear it, they're like, this is nice. Yeah.
But as a guy, why would you be embarrassed? Like, all his songs are lyrics to women.
Yes.
What's embarrassing?
But again, to what we were talking about before, the same type of guy who doesn't like it when you give him a compliment doesn't want to listen to a guy who's like talking about a girl who's like putting her makeup on.
But girls be putting their makeup on.
That's very true. He speaks to that. And he speaks to that.
That's an issue. We opened with this.
Yes, exactly.
The girls be doing their makeup.
They really do. Men be doing like that.
Women be doing makeup, I think.
Maybe that's the name of the episode. Women be doing makeup. You brought us a Wayne lyric. Yeah. We went ahead and highlighted it for you. Can you give us the artist and the title of the song?
All right. The artist is Wayne, Lil Weezy, Lil Louisiana, Lil Wayne. The F is for phenomenal. Yeah. It's Surf Swag, and it's on the No Ceilings mixtape, which is
right before he went to prison.
One of the best mixtapes ever made.
I agree.
And in a line, he says, I'll say it in his dialect. He says, walk around like I'm 30 feet tall, Tiger Woods, all the hoes trying to birdie these balls. In the Porsche 911 like emergency calls. Man, I just be chilling. I'm cool like Lou Rawls. You know what I love about Wayne?
What's up?
When you break down his lyrics, they don't really make sense.
No, but they sound awesome.
But they sound so phenomenal with an F. Mm-hmm. You know?
The F is stood for a lot of things.
Yeah.
The F is stood for phenomenal.
Like a birdie in golf is when you make the hole under par, meaning if there's a 4 par and you make it in 3 shots.
That's a birdie.
That's a birdie. All these hoes trying to birdie these balls. They're trying to make it under par.
If you really dig into it, it's like, all right, if he's got 2 balls, presumably, I don't want to assume his situation.
Right, yeah.
Presumably he's got 2. To come in under par would be like 1 less than the thing that you got. So it's like, that's kind of like, all right, these hoes trying to take one of the balls that he got away. But it's also like with Wayne, you can't go too deep. You can't go that deep. You can't go too deep. You
can't go that deep.
just kind of got to listen to it. Because when you hear it the first time, you're
that's one of the best lines I've ever heard.
That's exactly.
And it doesn't even make sense.
No. And there's a lot of that.
But he dabbles with the stuff that does make sense, because his next line is, in a Porsche 911, which is a type of car,
right,
like emergency calls.
911, that adds up. That's right there.
That's clean. Man, I just be chilling. I'm cool like Lou Rawls. Lou Rawls is cool.
He's a cool guy.
So this has so many levels. It has so many levels where it goes from deep to like doesn't even make sense to like deep again to like just cool.
I mean, that's kind of Wayne in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Right? It's like he can bounce really back and forth between saying something that is so profound and then so ridiculous and stupid and then something that doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah.
Like, back and forth and back and forth.
That's pretty genius. There's not a lot of people that could do that. There's not a lot of people that could say something that doesn't make sense, but yet make everyone believe that this is like the best thing that was ever said. Could you even think of another artist that could do something like that?
Lil B. Lil B, I would say, is also kind of in that range. I think he really...
The bass god?
The bass god.
You a Lil B fan?
I was when it was happening. I think I'm not playing that currently, but I do think he kind of had a moment. He had a cultural moment where I do think he was like simultaneously being like kind of profound and like very stupid.
I never got the profound. Maybe I was just missing. I thought it was a joke.
A lot of it. I don't think he was joking.
Okay, I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a sketch.
I don't think he was joking. Wait a second. You know, nah, I don't. Is he being profound? No, I don't know if I could think of anybody. There was Lil B, I think there were moments where I thought he was being like kind of profound, but I don't think there's ever been anybody who's been able to like toggle between in the way that like Wayne does.
Wayne has a line, I think in the same song, where he says, I leave the pussy Microsoft like Windows Vista.
Yeah, he does.
That's that line is genius, but it doesn't make sense.
No.
I mean, Microsoft at that time had released Windows Vista.
Yeah.
Believing a vagina Microsoft. What does that mean?
What could that even mean?
What could that even mean?
What could that? I couldn't even, in my wildest imagine, like even just like, okay, even in the world where you're like, all right, I'm going to go with where you going.
Yes.
I can't find it. I don't know what he's.
I've thought about it. I've tried. And I'm like, Microsoft. I'm like, what do you need to do to it? To like leave it that way. Like I'm trying to see like, what are you implying that you did do it? Because I was thinking, even if you said, like, if you were trying to imply that you, like, beat it up, I don't think you'd leave it soft.
After?
It would probably be, like, black and blue. I don't know anything about vaginas, but it would just be, it would not be soft, I think. But when I heard that line, I was like, oh, my God, this is one of the best rappers to ever exist. I mean, he has almost in every song you can find the majority of lines. I guarantee people the majority of lines that he says that you think are good, if you really broke it down, they don't really make sense.
Not a ton. Not a ton. I'm going through some other stuff on No Ceilings just to kind of, because this is also like, this album came out my freshman year of college.
Yeah,
so
mine too.
And this was like
might have been sophomore year.
It was like every car you got into, somebody was playing this. Every party I'm
still playing that now. I'm like an old head. This is why I can't date young women, because I bring them to my house and show them G-Unit documentaries. And then they're like, who's Tony Yayo? I'm like, all right, you gotta get out.
We can't talk about this.
You gotta get out.
I would argue that no woman wants to watch a G-Unit documentary of any age.
A 35-year-old woman from Queens is gonna want to watch a G-Unit documentary.
Maybe I ain't been involved in another woman who's from.
Who's 100%.
Who was excited? Who, when Max B got free,
really was protesting outside the courthouse. That's a real person. I mean, even his line, one of his most famous lines, like real G's move in silence like lasagna. The G's not silent in lasagna.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You're not saying the G.
If you
No,
spell,
I'm not going with you here on this.
wait.
I'm not going to let you. I'm not going to let you do this to this bar specifically.
spell lasagna without a G. Don't put the G in there. Lasna. Pronounce that.
Lasagna.
Lasna. Pronounce that.
Lasna.
Lasna. Right? Now add a G to it. Pronounce it.
I hear what you're doing.
So the G's not silent.
I hear what you're doing, but I'm not gonna let you take this one away from him. I'm not hating.
He's my favorite rapper, but I'm just saying, grammatically, the G in lasagna is not silent. People take it because it's not a G.
Yes, because it's like you're saying it the Italian. It's an Italian word, and they got a different relationship with G's than we do in English.
Lasagna, the G is there. It's there. If you take the G out, it's lasna.
I'm not doing this with you. I'm not doing this with you. And it's like, and a big part of this podcast is kind of not taking rapper, like kind of not like going against whatever the rapper's like intentions were. But that, to me, that bar is like,
it's one of the greatest bars ever made.
That's the thing, is like, to me, and I know like you're 100% right, but also I'm gonna disagree with you.
I respect that. I respect that. He's a genius. He's a genius.
He really, really is. He is some of my favorite bars of all time. I'm looking through here to see if there's anything else that really stands out to me.
In the lyrics? In
the lyrics of this song. You know what, I didn't. Oh, no, I do understand it now. I was going to say I don't understand the bar where he said, now women kicking it with me like Nomar Garcia Park. He was married to Mia Hamm.
Mia Hamm, yeah.
Another genius bar.
Yeah. No, that's genius. That makes sense.
That's really...
Now women kicking it with me like Nomar Garcia Park.
Because his girl plays soccer.
Bulletproof Shop of Horrors, right? He said something like that.
Rolled them killer plants, the little shop of horrors.
Yeah.
We rolled them bitches thick, make them look like Takara. Remember Takara?
Yeah.
We got to get out of here soon, but we got a listener submission. You want to listen? Let's listen to the voicemail.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hey, Devon, what's up? Love the pod. I was re-listening to the album Paper Trail by T.I. for the first time in years. Yeah. The song Swagger Like Us. There is so much happening in the song that I want to talk about. Okay, so first off, Kanye starts the whole thing off brilliantly. He says, Mr. West is in the building. Classic. Swagger on 100,000 trillion.
Yeah, that's fire.
That's like how my kids talk. Just like you're one-upping yourself. No one else is even making you do it. You're
how
just
old
like,
is this man?
Swagger on 100. No, 1,000. A trillion. And I can just see him like smiling in the booth, just like so proud of himself. True. And everyone's like, yeah, great job, Kanye. He goes on to finish his verse by saying, my swagger is Mick Jagger. Every time I breathe on the track, I asthma attack it. Why you so mad for? Why you gotta have it? Because I slaved my whole life. Now I'm the master. Which I wish was the last time he ever referenced slavery and masters in the song, but we know how that went. And then, of course, T.I. Fucked his verse by saying, you can go to see Wheezy for the wordplay, Jeezy for the birdplay, which I think he forgot that he had Jay-Z in the song, not Young Jeezy, but whatever. And then he says, Kanyeezy for diversity, need for controversy. So is he calling Kanye a cracker? Is Kanye a diversity hire for the song? I don't know. It's crazy. He just goes sicko on him to his face in the song, and I love it. And the song's crazy. Anyways, have a good one. Love you. Bye.
This is hilarious to me. He kissed you. This is hilarious.
This
is crazy.
He gave me a smooch at the end.
Yeah. This is so funny to me because first of all, that's a great song. That's one of the great songs. Two things though. Jay-Z, I know that on that song, Jay-Z was not supposed to be on that song. Mm-hmm. That's why T.I. doesn't like mention him. Jay-Z heard it and then hopped on it because that's how Jay-Z works. Like you can't get him on a song. He'll just listen and be like, "I'm on it," and then send you a verse with him on it.
Another cool ass story.
Yeah, because he wasn't supposed to be on it. But when he says Kanye is Yeezy for diversity, it's so funny because this guy, I mean, I'm gonna assume he's white just by the tone of his voice and the kiss at the end.
Yeah, that was without a doubt.
The fact that he thinks that T.I. is including white people and like when he says diversity is hilarious because he's talking about like backpackers, the black backpackers, and like coming to the streets.
Yes.
no white people involved.
Because that's, yes. And I took this the exact same way, where it's like, oh, like Kanye is for diversity. He's for diversity because he's the only one who was never involved in the street life.
Right.
He's
bringing the nerds, the black nerds.
Yes, he's bringing people that like went to college,
yes.
You know what I'm saying, and like have a 401k.
Yes.
So that's why he's different.
Us.
Yes, exactly.
Us, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's the diversity he's referring to. He's not calling Kanye a white boy.
No, he's not saying that white people love Kanye and he's bringing them to, which they do.
They do.
But yeah, that's fine. That's a good song though.
Swagger Like Us was an incredible song. That was a cool moment. Shout out to MIA. MIA, if you're listening, and we know you are, pull up to the pod. We would love to have her on here. I looked up all the things that the F is stood for.
There's a list? I mean, it's hundreds.
It's quite a few. Let's run through the things that Wayne has said that the F stands for. Wheezy F
Baby.
Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for one. He says Wheezy F Baby. The F is for you to find out, man. One, he says the F is for fly. One, he says the F is for fresh. One, he says the F is for flow. The F is for FEMA.
Wheezy FEMA Baby.
Yeah, Wheezy. The F is for don't forget the baby. Come on.
Wait. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for
don't forget the baby.
So the F is for forget?
Yes, the F is for forget, but
or
then
the F is don't forget the baby.
The F is for don't forget.
This is genius. I mean, it's
this
like
is Wayne.
Yeah.
Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for fashion. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for ferocious. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for franchise. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for forever boy. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for a bunch of shit. Come on.
Wheezy for a bunch of shit, baby?
For a bunch of shit, baby.
Genius.
Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for flame. I eat these rappers, I'm a chef out the game. Wheezy F Baby and the F is for fuck what you gonna do. Okay. Yeah. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for forensics.
Nice.
Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for phenomenal.
That was a classic.
Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for not failing. Or the F is not for failing. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for front door.
Because that's where I bring it.
Mm-hmm. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for fornicate, because he be fucking.
Yeah.
Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for Flames 5. Come on. He going in. Wheezy F Baby, and the F is for free, because he out now.
That's such a genius thing that he did. It's such a genius slogan. Like, just keep changing it.
Yeah, my
that's
middle name.
So cool.
My middle name could be a lot of different shit.
Yeah, that's so cool. Ian Lara.
Y'all, this wasn't on the pod, but before I did this, I Googled everybody just to learn more about him, and I Googled Ian, and when you Google Ian, y'all do this at home. Go Google Ian. When you Google his name, the thing on Google that pops up, it says his first name Ian, and then it gives him a middle name D-E, and then his last name Lara. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize, did you used to have a different stage name? And he goes, no, that's not my name at all.
Not even close. Not even a little bit.
It's like, that's never.
I think I joked about it one time in like a rap song, and they took it.
So I don't Google,
and that's Google. Like that's like not even.
This is like the top thing that pops up is Ian D. Lara, and it also calls you an internet personality.
Yeah, that was the most offensive part about the whole thing. I feel like I work very hard to be
a comedian.
Yeah, to be a comedian, but I guess it's not working.
It's tough because it's like, I feel like as comics, we have like a really negative perception of being thought of as like an internet personality or like a content creator. Like that's not, I don't want to be known as being those things.
I'm rebranding though. Like for next year, I mean, it's actually good because I'm going to be an influencer.
That's where the money's at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The next time I do this podcast, I'm coming through with a live stream.
Come on, you and Drewski and Kevin Hart all gonna be here on stream doing
just a cameraman
doing jumping jacks and push-ups.
Yeah. I feel like that's the only way now.
God.
I know.
Yeah, like we said, we've been in the game for similar amounts of time. It's like it started as one thing, and now it is a whole new thing.
Yeah,
and I guess that's just life.
Yeah.
Anyway, on that note,
Ian D. Lara.
Ian D. Lara, appreciate you being out here. Is there anything you'd like to plug for the people before?
Thank you. Yes. Please watch my new stand-up special, Material Boy, streaming now on YouTube. Just search Ian Lara, Material Boy, or Material Boy, and it's my brand new special. Is out there. You can watch it for free. And if you enjoy that, watch my HBO special. It's called Romantic Comedy, and that's streaming on Max.
Hey, go check him out. Ian's very, very, very funny. Go check him out in the city if you ever in New York. He's everywhere. And yeah, Ian, appreciate you pulling up.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you.
Yes, sir. My Favorite Lyrics is a production by Disco Nap. If you guys like what you hear, leave a review and tell a homie about the show. And make sure to follow us at My Favorite Lyrics Pod on all social platforms, except for Twitter. We offer that. You can learn more about this week's guest and the My Favorite Lyrics team by checking out the show's notes. And thank you to the guys that made this show happen. Our executive producer, Lauren Mandel, our associate producer, Carmen Kerrigan, Chris Mueller, who engineered and edited the episode. Shout out to y'all. We'll catch y'all next week.